The rise of Magadha, the Magadha Empire. So, only 4 of the 16 Janpadas were considered to be more prominent, that is, Magadha, Avanti, Kosala, and the Vatsa. Magadha, Avanti, Kosala, and Vatsa. Among these, Magadha was the one which established the strongest empire of that period. And the reasons are the following. Advantages, advantageous geographical location. The geographical location was very much advantageous. Okay, the first capital was Rajgriha. It was well defended, for it is surrounded by the 5 hills. The Rajgriha, the first capital Rajgriha, it is well defended, for it is surrounded by 5 hills. And the second capital was Patliputra. It was excellent Julad Urka, means Jalad. It was Jal Urga. Jalad Urga means it is a water fort. అంటే చుట్టూ ఫోర్ట్ చుట్టూ వాటర్ ఉంటుందన్నమాట. పాట్లిపుత్ర వాస్ అన్ ఎక్సలెంట్ జలద్ ఉర్గా, దట్ ఈస్ వాటర్ ఫోర్ట్, యాజ్ సరౌండెడ్ బై గంగా. Patliputra is surrounded by Ganga, the sun in the south, and Gandak and Gagra in the north. Patliputra is surrounded by Ganga and the Sun rivers in the south, and Gandak and Gagra in the north. So it also provided good communication to the prosperity of the trade. So the riverine routes provided good communication for the prosperity of the trade. Thus, both Rajgir and Patliputra both were situated in strategic locations. And second one is abundance of the natural resources, such as iron, enabled the Magadha rulers to equip them with effective weapons. Because of availability of the iron, the Magadhan rulers, they were equipped well with effective weapons. The natural resources were rich alluvial soil and heavy rainfall. Rich alluvial soil of the Gangetic plains and the sufficient rainfall were also very much conducive for the agricultural producers. And the neighboring dense forest supplied them with good timber and elephants, and control over other military weapons and economic tools because of availability of the iron. This is another. So ఇక్కడ ఉన్న నెక్స్ట్ వచ్చిన features ఏంటి, it had good iron. Iron was available, so it made good military weapons and economic tools. Then after that, it had alluvial soil, rich fertile alluvial soil of the Ganga plains. It had sufficient rainfall, conducive for agricultural producers, and the neighboring dense forest provided with timber and elephants. Then marriage alliances strengthened the rulers as well. Marriage alliances with the neighboring Mahajanpads strengthened the rulers. Then social readiness of the people. As less Brahmanical influence was present and recently organized, so greater enthusiasm was there for expansion. The social readiness of the people. So less Brahmanical influence was present. It was recently organized Mahajanpad, so they had greater enthusiasm for expansion. Rise of the town and use of metallic money. Rise of the towns, important towns, Patliputra and Rajgriha, Rajgir. So rise of the towns and they used metallic money for boosted the trade and commerce. Metallic money boosted the trade and commerce. The princes could levy tolls and accumulate the wealth to pay and maintain their army. So they could levy the tolls and taxes. Princes could levy tolls and taxes on the people, and they could accumulate the wealth to pay and maintain their army. Use of elephants on a large scale in the wars with its proximity to the ancient Kalinga. Unorthodox character of Magadhan society. సోషల్ రెడీనెస్ అని చెప్పాం కదా, ఇట్ వాస్ లెస్ బ్రాహ్మణికల్ ఇన్ఫ్లుయెన్స్ అని, అన్ఆర్థడాక్స్ క్యారెక్టర్ ఆఫ్ ది మగధన్ సొసైటీ అండ్ కాంట్రిబ్యూషన్ ఆఫ్ సెవరల్ ఎంటర్ప్రైజింగ్ అండ్ ambitious rulers, they wanted to expand it. Contribution of several enterprising and ambitious rulers. So before Mauryans, Magadha was ruled by three main dynasties. Before the Mauryans, Magadha was ruled by three main dynasties. They are Haryankas, Shishunagas, then Nandas and Mauryas. Haryankas, Shishunagas, Nandas and Mauryas. Again, the four important royal dynasties that stand out prominently in the 6th century BC, 6th century BC, the Magadhan, at the time of Magadha, was Haryankas of Magadha, Ikshwakus of Kosala, Haryankas of Magadha, Ikshwakus of Kosala, Pauravas of Vatsa, and Pradotyas of Avanti. Haryankas of Magadha, Ikshwakus of Kosala, Pauravas of Vatsa, and Pradotyas of Avanti. Haryanka is the name of the new dynasty founded in Magadha by Bimbisara after overthrowing the Brihadratas. The Pradotyas are so called after its founder Pradotya. The most powerful kings of Magadha made it last for about 250 years, that is 600 BC to 350 BC వరకు లాస్ట్ అయింది. For 250 years the Magadha dynasty or the Magadha period was there. For 250 years, so from 600 BC to 350 BC, the three different dynasties were there. Rise of Magadha. The Magadha Empire ruled in India from 684 to 320 BC, which is also mentioned in Mahabharata and Ramayana. The Mahabharata and Ramayana కూడా మగధన్ ఎంపైర్ గురించి ప్రస్తావన ఉంది. It was the most powerful amongst the 16 Mahajanpads. The empire was established. It was established by the king Brihadratha. Magadha was established by the king Brihadratha. Rajgaha or Rajgir was the capital of Magadha, but was later shifted to Patliputra in the 4th century BC. In the 4th century BC, it was then shifted to Patliputra. Magadha was one of the 16 Mahajanpads or the states in ancient India. More dynasties of Magadha were Haryanka dynasty, Shishunaga dynasty, Nanda dynasty, and Mauryan dynasties. The first king of Magadha dynasty was Bimbisara, and he founded the Haryanka dynasty. The Haryanka dynasty was the second ruling dynasty of the Magadha. Haryanka dynasty succeeded the Brihadratha dynasty. Brihadratha స్థాపించాడు కాబట్టి మగధన్ ఎంపైర్ని. సో the first dynasty was Brihadratha. After Brihadratha dynasty came the Haryanka dynasty. Bimbisara had founded the Haryanka dynasty. This dynasty was succeeded by Shishunaga dynasty. The iron was used to manufacture tools and weapons. Elephants were found in its forests were used in the army. The riverine route of Ganga and its tributaries made the communication cheap and convenient. The implementation of the policies by efficient bureaucracy of ruthless and ambitious kings like Bimbisara, Ajatashatru and Mahapadmananda made Magadha prosperous. Implementation of such policies by the efficient bureaucracy of the ruthless and ambitious kings like Bimbisara, Ajatasattu, Mahapadmananda made Magadha prosperous. Avanti, Pradotas of Avanti. So Avanti was the Magadha's main rival, but later it entered into an alliance. The Pradotas of Avanti were main rivals of the but they later entered into the alliance. Marriages helped in building political alliances, and King Bimbisara married a lot of princesses from the nearby kingdoms. He helped build political alliances. King Bimbisara married a lot of princesses from the nearby kingdoms. So Bimbisara, he adopted a multi-pronged strategy to expand Magadha. He adopted a multi-pronged strategy to expand Magadha. That is, first policy was policy of war. Okay, he annexed Angarajyam. He annexed the Angarajyam, policy of war. Second is policy of matrimony. Example, Kosala Mahadevi. Kosala Mahadevi of Kosala, king presented Kashi as dowry. So he strengthened his position by the marriage alliances. He took 3 wives. Marriage relations with the different princely families gave enormous diplomatic prestige, and paved the way for expansion of Magadha westward and northward. The earliest capital of Magadha was Rajgir, which was called as Girivraja. It was also called as Girivraja. Rajgir was called Girivraja, and it was surrounded by 5 hills, the openings in which were closed by stone walls on all sides. So this made Rajgir impregnable. So it was the openings ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో ఆ 5 hills మధ్యలో it was closed by stone walls. So this made Rajgir or Girivraja impregnable. Then the other matrimonial whom he married, Kosala Mahadevi of Kosala, and the king presented Kashi as the dowry. Principle of war, principle of matrimony, principle of diplomacy lo example, he sent a Challana, the Lichavi princess of Vaishali, also was a wife of Bimbisara. Challana, the Lichavi princess of Vaishali, was also Bimbisara's wife, and she was mother of Ajatashatru, his son Ajatashatru. Challana, and Kema, or Kema, she was the princess of Madri ఉంది కదా, Madri Rajyam in Punjab, Kema. So first wife was princess of his 3 wives were princess of Kosala Mahadevi, sister of Prasenjit, and when he married her he got Kashi as dowry. Second one was Challana of the Lichavi princess of Vaishali. She was the mother of Ajatashatru. Then the third one was Kema, princess of Madr in Punjab. Okay, then policy of diplomacy. He sent physician, that is Jivaka, to cure. He sent physician Jivaka to cure the jaundice of Avanti ruler Pradotya Mahasena. To cure the jaundice of the Avanti ruler Pradyota Mahasena. So policy of war, annexed Anga. Policy of matrimony, he married 3 wives of the nearby Mahajanpads. Then policy of the diplomacy, medical diplomacy to Ujjain. ఇక్కడ అవంతి అని చెప్తున్నారు. That is Jivaka. He sent physician Jivaka to cure the jaundice of the Pradotya Mahasena. Ujjain king Pradyota Mahasena. Then next comes Ajatasattu. The second ruler was Ajatasattu, and he was patricide, and he conquered Vajji, Kosala, Malla through war. He conquered Vajji, then in battle Prasenjit king of Kosala and Ajatasattu had a battle where Ajatasattu won. So Vajji, Kosala, Malla through war. He conquered all these through war, Vajji, Kosala and Malla. And after him Ajatasattu died in Ajatasattu 492 to 465. He was ambitious monarch, Ajatasattu. Ambitious monarch. He succeeded after imprisoning his father Bimbisara. And he regained Kasi from Koshal. He regained the Kasi from Kosala and married the Kosala princess Vajira. కాశీ ఆల్రెడీ ఇచ్చారు కదా వీళ్ళకి, కోసల ప్రిన్సెస్ని మ్యారీ చేసుకున్నప్పుడు మేబీ దే గేవ్ ఇట్ బ్యాక్ టు దెమ్. సో హీ రీగైన్ కాశీ ఫ్రమ్ కోసల అండ్ దెన్ మ్యారీడ్ ద కోసల ప్రిన్సెస్ వజీరా. దెన్ హీ డిఫీటెడ్ వైశాలి ఇన్ 16 years వార్. 16 years పాటు వైశాలితో వార్ చేశారు విత్ ద ప్లేస్ ఫ్రమ్ వేర్ హిస్ మామ్ హ్యాడ్ కమ్. Challana, Lichavi princess of Vaishali, he defeated. Ajatasattu defeated Vaishali in 16 years war with the help of his minister Varsakara. Varsakara was Ajatasattu's minister. Varsakara. Use of war engine and mace attached to the chariot. They used war engine. Appatlone they use of war engine and mace that was attached to the chariot. And he fortified Rajgriha due to the fear from Avanti. Due to the fear from Avanti, he fortified the Rajgrihani. Fortify చేసేసారు ఎవరు? అజాతశత్రు ఫ్రమ్ ఫియర్ ఫ్రమ్ అవంతి. ప్రద్యోత వాళ్ళు ఉన్నారు కదా, అవంతి వాళ్ళు. సో వాళ్ళు అటాక్ చేస్తారేమో అనేసి. దెన్ ఆ తర్వాత ఉదయిన్, హిస్ థర్డ్ రూలర్ వాస్ ఉదయన ఆర్ ఉదయిన్ ఆర్ ఉదయ్ భద్ర. అతనికి ఎన్ని పేర్లు ఉన్నాయో, ఉదయిన్, ఉదయన, ఉదయ్ మే బాగా గుర్తుపెట్టుకు. అజాతశత్రు సన్ వాస్ ఉదయిన్, ఉదయభద్ర, ఉదయన. సో he had shifted the capital to Patliputra. Atanu he succeeded Ajatashatru and he built Patliputra and he shifted the capital to Patliputra. And his Udayanas or Uday's Senapati was Shishunaga. He captured and he killed Udayana. He captured Shishunaga, he captured and he killed Udayana and he took over the dynasty. Ajatasattu was from 492 to 460 BC. 492 to 460 BC. Ajatasattu, he killed his father and he seized the throne for himself. Throughout his reign, he pursued an aggressive policy of expansion. He killed his father. He seized the throne for himself. Throughout his reign, he pursued an aggressive policy of expansion. After him came his son Udayin, 460 to 444 BC. His reign is also important because he built the fort upon the confluence of Ganga and the Son at Patna. That is at the confluence of Ganga and the Sun river. Ganga and the Sun river confluence దగ్గర he built a fort at Patna. So this was done because Patna lay in the center of Magadhan kingdom. అప్పుడున్న మగధన్ కింగ్డమ్కి సెంటర్లో ఉండిందంట పాట్నా. సో హీ హ్యాడ్ డన్ దట్. దెన్ ఆఫ్టర్ ఉదయన్ హ్యాడ్ డైడ్ ఇన్ 444 BC, 3 rulers came in quick successions, that is Aniruddha, Munda and Darshak. So then came Shishunaga, who temporarily shifted the capital to Vaishali and he annexed Avanti again. Avanti was the major enemy of Magadha, I think. Then Shishunaga, he temporarily shifted the capital to Udayin was succeeded by the dynasty of Shishunagas, who temporarily shifted the capital to Vaishali. There, the Shishunagas' greatest achievement was the destruction of power, the completely destruction of the power of Avanti with its capital at Ujjain. Avanti's capital is at Ujjain. So with its the power, complete destruction of the power of Avanti with its capital at Ujjain. So this brought to an end the 100 years old rivalry between the Magadha and Avanti. So this brought to an end the 100-year-old rivalry between the Magadhas and the Avantis. Then came Shishunaga, temporarily shifted capital to Vaishali and next Avanti. And the Shishunagas also defeated the Vatsa and Kosal. Now they were the only single one. 4 major Mahajanpadslo, Meeta Muggurni, that is Avanti, Kosala and Vatsa, Muggurni defeat చేసేసారు అన్నమాట. Then after that, the first ruler was Shishunaga. He conquered Avanti and Vatsa, and the second ruler came. His name was, after Shishunaga, who was the prime minister of Udayin, who was the Senapati of Udayin. Then after Shishunaga, it was Kal Ashoka. Kal Ashoka was succeeded when second Buddhist council was held in Vaishali. He succeeded when the second Buddhist council was held in Vaishali, and when Ajatashatru was there for the first Buddhist council, I think. The first Buddhist council was held at Rajgriha during the reign of Ajatashatru. The first Buddhist council was held in Rajgriha or Rajgir under the patronship of Ajatashatru, and second Buddhist council was held in Vaishali under under the patronship of Kal Ashoka. So now Kal Ashoka's Senapati was Mahapadmananda. Kal Ashoka's Senapati was Mahapadmananda. And then the third dynasty comes, okay, the Nanda dynasty. It was established by the Mahapadmananda, but he was soon killed. The Nanda dynasty was established by Mahanandin, but Mahanandi anko. The Nanda dynasty was established by Mahanandi, but he was soon killed by Mahapadmananda. The Shishunagas, ఇక్కడ లా ఎక్సలెన్స్లో ఏం చెప్తున్నారంటే నందాస్ గురించి. ద Shishunagas were succeeded by the Nandas, who proved to be the most powerful rulers of the Magadha. The Nandas were the most powerful rulers of the Magadha. So great was their name that Alexander, who invaded Punjab at that time, did not dare to move towards the east. Alexander, who invaded Punjab at that time, he did not dare to move towards the east because he was Nandas were such powerful rulers. Okay, first Mahanandi had established the dynasty, Nanda dynasty, but it was soon took over by Mahapadmananda. Puranas call Mahapadmananda was a Sudra ruler. He was the first Sudra ruler, or it was the Nanda dynasty was the first Sudra dynasty. Nanda dynasty was the first Sudra dynasty. Mahapadmananda was the first Sudra ruler, and Mahapadmananda followed Jainism. He followed Jainism. Mahapadmananda was the greatest ruler of the Magadhan dynasty. He conquered all the kingdoms, including the Asmaka. Asmaka was the South Indian kingdom, so he conquered. He followed Jainism. He conquered all the kingdoms, including Asmaka, which is in South Indian kingdom. He did not conquer two northwest kingdoms. Two northwest kingdoms మట్టుకు అతను కాంక్వర్ చేయలే. ది నందాస్ added to the Magadhan power by conquering Kalinga, from where they brought an image of the Jina as a victory trophy. కళింగ ఉంది కదా, కళింగాని అంటే ఒరిస్సా అనమాట. నందాస్ యాడెడ్ టు ద మగధన్ పవర్ by conquering the Kalinga. Kalinga was Orissa, from where they brought an image of a Jina. Jina అంటే జైన్స్ ఉంటారు కదా, జైన్స్ హెడ్ని టీచర్స్ని జినాస్ అంటారు. ఫ్రమ్ వేర్ దే బ్రాట్, బికాస్ హీ వాస్ followed Jainism, from where they brought a Jina as a trophy victory. Who did this? The Nandas, Mahapadmananda. All this took place in the reign of Mahapadmananda. He claimed to the Ekarath, the soul Eka, the soul Rath, Ekarath anamata. He is claimed to the Ekarath, the sole sovereign and sole king, who destroyed all the other ruling princesses. So he is termed as Sarvakshatrantak. Puranas also call him Sarvakshakrantak, who after establishing a powerful empire received the title Ekarath and Ekashastra. సో పురాణాలు ఏమని పిలుస్తున్నాయి? మహాపద్మనందాని సర్వాక్షరాంతక్, Sarvakshakrantak, who established a powerful empire. Sarvakshakrantak established a powerful empire, and he received the title of Ekashastra and Ekarath. Puranas also called the second Parashurama. Mahapadmananda was also called as the second Parashurama. Because he killed all the other Kshatriyas anemo. Because he was a Sudra ruler, he was called the second Parashurama. The inscription of Hathi Gumfa inscription mentioned the defeat of the Kalingas by the Nandas, who carried the statue of Jina as a victory trophy. A powerful empire was established at that time. And Hathi Gumfa inscription, it mentions about the defeat of Kalinga by the Nandas, who carried the statue of Jina. Okay, then ఒక రెండు నార్త్ వెస్టర్న్ కింగ్డమ్స్ మటుకు Mahapadmananda he didn't conquer, otherwise he conquered all the other kingdoms. Then after Mahapadmananda, the second ruler was Dhanananda. He was defeated and dethroned by Chandragupta Maurya of Mauryan dynasty. Dhanananda was dethroned and he was defeated by the Chandragupta Maurya of the Mauryan dynasty around 321 BC. Around 321 BC, the Magadha rulers did not conquer the northwest kingdoms of India. The first foreigner to conquer India was Cyrus from Persia. He is also called as Darius the Great. Cyrus from Persia, he is also called as Darius the Great. So in the reign of Dhanananda, the invasion of the Alexander of Macedonia had happened. In the reign of Dhanananda, the invasion of Alexander. అదే ఇందాక కూడా చూసాం కదా, అలెగ్జాండర్ డిడ్ నాట్ డేర్ టు ఎంటర్ బియాండ్ పంజాబ్ బికాస్ హీ వాస్ అఫ్రేడ్ ఆఫ్ ది నందాస్ అని. సో అట్ ద టైమ్ ఆఫ్ ధనానంద, ద ఇన్వేషన్ ఆఫ్ ది అలెగ్జాండర్ ఆఫ్ Macedonia happened. He was defeated by Dhanananda was defeated by Chandragupta Maurya, who established the great Mauryan dynasty in 321 BC. Then now we move on to Iranian and Macedonian invasions. We move on to Iranian and Macedonian. Macedonia was Alexander. Macedonian invasions. The Cyrus was from 558 to 530 BC, and the Darius one was from 522 to 486 BC. These two people had done the invasions. So effects of Persian invasion. So impetus, it gave impetus, encouragement to Indo-Iranian trade. Impetus to Indo అంటే ఇండియాకి ఇరాన్కి మధ్య ట్రేడ్ అనమాట. ఇట్ గేవ్ ఇంపెటస్ టు ఇండో ఇరానియన్ ట్రేడ్. ఇట్ ప్రొవైడెడ్ ఇంపెటస్ టు అలెగ్జాండర్స్ ఇన్వేషన్. వీళ్ళు పర్షియన్స్ ఇన్వైట్ చేయడం వల్ల ఇట్ ప్రొవైడెడ్ ఇంపెటస్ టు అలెగ్జాండర్స్ ఇన్వేషన్. అండ్ దెన్ ఇట్ ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ ద Kharosthi script. And Kharosthi script was famous in Persian places, Persia. So Mauryan sculpture was influenced by the Persian style. The Mauryan sculpture, it was influenced by the Persian sculpture, especially the bell-shaped capital and Ashokan inscriptions. The bell-shaped capital okati and the Ashokan inscriptions, they were inspired from the Persian style of sculptures anamata. Then the entire northwest province had been conquered by Cyrus. He was a Persian ruler and continued by his son Darius the One. Cyrus was from Persia, and he was also called as Darius the Great. Cyrus was Darius, and his son was Darius the One. So these two they conquered the entire northwest province. The northwest province had been conquered by Cyrus, the Persian ruler, and continued by his son. The northwest kingdom was later conquered by the Macedonians, that is the Greek rulers. సో ఈ పర్షియన్స్ ఉన్నారు కదా, సైరస్ వాళ్ళు ఇన్వైట్ చేయడం వల్ల వాట్ వర్ ద ఎఫెక్ట్స్ ఆఫ్ పర్షియన్ ఇన్వేషన్? ఇంపెటస్ టు ఇండో ఆరియన్ ట్రేడ్. It provided impetus to Alexander's invasion. It introduced the Kharosthi script in India, and the Mauryan sculpture was introduced by the Persian style, especially the bell-shaped capital and the Ashokan inscriptions. Then comes Alexander. The northwest kingdom was then conquered by the Macedonians, the Greek rulers. Northwest kingdom was later, it was conquered by the Macedonians, the Greek rulers. Alexander, a Macedonian king, around 334 BC. 334 BC, he was the student of Aristotle. He was student of Aristotle. He conquered Asia, Africa and Europe. Alexander, he received an invitation from the ruler of Takshila, Ambi, to defeat his rival Porus. He received an invitation from the ruler of Takshila, Ambi, to defeat his rival Porus. Okay, he stayed in India for 19 months to defeat the Porus. Okay, from 327 BC to 325 BC. This was very much near to Chandragupta Maurya time. But he, Macedonian king, around 334 BC, అంతకు ముందు more than ఒక 7 years ముందే అంటే 334 BCలో he had conquered Asia, Africa and Europe. And when he came to India, he came on invitation of the ruler of Takshila, that is Ambi, to defeat his rival Porus. He stayed in India for 19 months from 327 to 325 BC. In 326 BC, in 326 BC, Alexander defeated Porus on the banks of river Hydaspes, that is Jhelum, of what they called at that time. he defeated Porus on the banks of river Jhelum, that is Hydaspes. It is called Battle of Hydaspes. And it was all the territories west of the Bias, west of the river base, all the territory on the west of the river base had been conquered, but he failed to attack Magadha due to his soldiers' revolt, who were tired. Because his soldiers had revolted, who were tired, so only on west of the river base he had conquered all the kingdoms. Alexander, on his way back to Macedonia, he died at Babylonia, that is Baghdad, in 323 BC. He died in Babylonia, that is Baghdad, Iraq, Tehran, Iraq, Baghdad. Okay, Baghdad is capital of Iraq. So in 323 BC, 323 BC, Alexander died in Babylonia. So the Battle of Hydaspes was between Porus and Alexander. Alexander was impressed by Porus's courage and the strength and reinstated him on the throne. So already, although defeat Chesina, he was very much impressed by his courage and his strength, Porus's courage and strength, and he reinstated him on the throne. Effects of Alexander's invasion: opening of a land and sea route between India and Europe, opening of a land and sea route between India and Europe, and the Gandhara school of architecture. Gandhara, Takshila దగ్గరికి వచ్చారు కదా, Gandhara school of architecture was introduced, and ground for establishment of Indo-Bactrian and Parthian states. Ground for establishment of Indo-Bactrian and Parthian states anamata. Indo-Bactrian and Parthian states. So the Greek commanders ఎవరైతే ఉన్నారో, they founded Greek kingdoms. So Macedonia, Europe's Greek kingdom, Egypt, Africa's Greek kingdom, and Syria was Asia's Greek kingdom called the Seleucid. The Seleucus Nicator was the empire of Seleucid empire. He was the ruler of the Asia. Syria వచ్చి Asian Greek kingdom కదా. So this Syria was called as Seleucid అనమాట. Seleucid empire కి king evaru? Seleucus Nicator, who gave his daughter to Chandragupta Maurya in marriage. So Macedonia was European Greek kingdom, Egypt was African Greek kingdom. Note, the 14 kingdoms were conquered by Magadha. The only 2 northwest kingdoms were conquered by the Persians and the Greeks. Okay, the most important outcome of this Battle of Hydaspes was the political vacuum after the departure of Alexander. It was utilized by Chandragupta Maurya to found a new dynasty based in Patliputra.